Thanks, Ibs.
Whakalawhailahi atu, ko Deborah Leilua tōku ingoa from Cluster 7. Our first speaker is Jordan Lee Ikitule, who is of Niuean descent and a proud South Aucklander. He is the founder of ASD Dads, a charity dedicated to supporting Fono, raising children with autism. Alongside his partner, they formed Express Yourself, a dance kaupapa created to empower rangatahi. He's a proud father, barber, content creator, bodybuilder, and I've seen him compete in many CrossFit competitions. A big mihi and welcome to you, Jordan.
Thank you, Deborah, for the welcome. That's probably one of the best welcomes that I've got online. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I just wanted to say before I even get into anything, just a massive thank you. Like taking my hat off as the founder of ASD Dads, just as a parent of an autistic child, just a massive thank you to everyone on here. You guys do such an amazing job in our community for our autistic kids, and we really appreciate it. So I just wanted to say, yeah, a massive thank you and for everything that you guys are doing. I'm just going to share my screen. Yeah, I'm just going to go through like a quick presentation and just a little bit about myself. So, yeah, I'm the founder of ASD Dads. ASD for us stands for Autism Solutions Driven Dads. Started it about 2 years ago, or just over 2 years ago in my garage in Manurewa, and I had no idea that it was going to expand into what it is today. So, yeah, I'll just take you guys on a bit of a journey. This presentation I had the privilege of doing at a Google event earlier this year. So, yeah, that's me. And I love seeing a photo of myself. It looks really cool. But a little bit about myself. So, I'm just real big on my why, and that's my driver for ASD Dad. So I like to just explain a little bit about me and my family. So that's my beautiful wife there, aka the real boss. She is the real boss. You've been married for 11 years. We have three kids. So my daughter Cleo, she's 10 years old. She thinks she's 18 years old at the moment. That's a journey. Our amazing son Storm. So he was 6 years old when I done this presentation, but he's turned 7. And our newest addition to our family, Jordan Lee. She's named after me. She's very blessed, very lucky. No, just kidding. But yeah, she's 7 months old now. And yeah, a big, massive reason behind what I do is my why. And especially when it comes to my kids, I come from a long generation of fatherlessness. So I was raised with a solo mother in Worry. Um, Never knew my grandfather. So for me, being involved as a father in my kid's life is very, very important. Just a little bit about myself. So this is, oh, what a photo. This is me at 14 years old. So I was actually heading into youth prison at the time. My upbringing was just honestly really similar to Once We're Warriors. Like I was saying, I was raised by my solo mother who worked at Burger King her whole working life. Um, I was on curfew at this time as well. So from 7 to 7, I was on curfew and just in and out of court and just really trying to find myself. And yeah, I was doing so many things that sort of brings back memories. And one of the main memories I have of my upbringing is the telephones. I know you guys are all so young, so if you do remember the telephone, I just remember going through so many telephones because every time an argument or something would happen, telephone would break and then we get a new one. And I always remember that. And I always made a promise to myself that when I'd become a father, I didn't want that for my kids. So it was really big to me. So, which is my driver when it comes to ASD dads and raising my son. So yeah, just a little bit about ASD dads. So, I started it hoping that we would get one or two dads. I had no idea that the statistics and the community was, an actual massive giant beast. So, this is just a bit of an update with ASD dads. So. Yeah, once I started, I basically just put a video out, and what had happened was it just went crazy. Like so many people were wanting this group, and it wasn't just in South Auckland, it was all over New Zealand. I had to go on every news outlet at the time and go on live TV, and we also made a documentary of TVNZ. This year, we've started so many things. So we launched our ASD Mums, and you'll hear from our amazing Janine. I call her Janine the machine. She basically is the driver and the engine behind ASD Mums. And in our private group, we have 1,600 mums now. So it's grown quite a bit. We also launched our ASD Dads Brisbane. We run a charity event called Run for Autism. So this year we ran that event in Japan. We've run it in Utah, Sydney, and New Zealand. And this was also run without any major sponsors behind us. Last year we ran 22 free events, so workshops, family events. We're real big on two parts when it comes to what we do in our community, which I'll talk a little bit about it later on, but it's our parent support and activations. When I did start this group, though, I was trying to be the superhero and try and do everything and anything. And I got humbled really quick and realized you cannot do everything. You gotta leave that for the man above. And for us, it was really just focusing on the main key points that we wanted to do, which is our parent support and kids activation. So yeah, we've done quite a bit in the last 2 years, and I still just believe we're babies in this industry, and I love learning of like our community and charities that have been around much longer than us, community groups. Speaking with people like yourselves that are in the schools, I just love to get more information and learn as much as we can. There's just a little video of one of our first meetups, part of our kids activations.
Hey, I'm Zoe Footy. I'm with my son Maverick and my partner Nikita. And this is our first time at Spectrum.
Hey guys, Jordan here, founder of ASD Dads. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who came out today to our second event here right now at the Spectrum Room. And it's been a blast getting to meet new dads, but also today was about our family. So I got to meet a lot of the partners and a lot of the kids as well. So.
Hey, my name is Chris Nelson. I've got three children. They've been diagnosed severe on the autism spectrum, especially in an environment with parents that are going through a similar situation. I went to the first Dads with ASD catch-up. Let's go kind of see everyone collaborate together to be able to be in that environment where everyone is, I guess, everyone's there for the same reason. We want to be able to figure out their kids and just, I guess, understand them a little bit more. And now we're here. Just more of a place where he can actually enjoy himself. It's not overwhelming. And he loves it. It was a good choice. Yeah, it was a good choice to not really a person that likes to mix and mingle. I like to keep to my crew, But to meet some of the boys here and yeah, it's an experience I think I want to enhance and learn off other fathers, learn off other mothers. No point sitting at home and thinking you know it all when you don't, like maybe the also got a piece that I can give him and he can give me, vice versa,
Keep a lookout for our next event on the 22nd of October, which is just our dads again. We're going to have it at Super City Fitness and we have a lot of cool stuff lined up. But if you have been on the fence and thinking about coming, please come through. It's good. It's not just going to help our kids, but it's also going to help us as parents. Our goal is to be better parents for our kids and just to have that safe space and that mental aspect to bounce off each other and give each other, a little bit of advice and encouragement and also relate to other parents who have autistic children. So keep an eye out for that. And I just want to make a big special thank you to Mac and the Spectrum Room for having this space, not just for autistic kids, but also covering other disabilities as well. So big thank you to Mac. Make sure you follow so you know what's happening for the next event on the 22nd. See? Cool. So that was actually our second event that we ran after our launch. So that was about 2 years ago, and looking back, it's actually not called the Spectrum Room. My bad. It's called crazy. But yeah, that's a little bit about what we do with our ASD dads. And like I was saying before, what we like to focus on and what we will be focusing on moving forward is our kids activations and our practical support for our parents. So we've just locked in a partnership with Auckland Zoo. We also have a partnership with Scouts NZ, and I guess the philosophy behind this is my personal belief is that our kids should have equal access. Being a father of three kids and having one on the spectrum and being able to take my 10-year-old daughter to her netball games, her trainings, her dance classes, swimming lessons, all these types of different things is quite hard for me because often my son's getting left out. And to me, these types of events that we run shouldn't be luxuries for our kids. I know like a lot of our kids on the spectrum have a lot of energy and a lot of things that they also want to do, but because of there's things like sensory needs and all these types of barriers, it's something that we want to focus on achieving. So with our zoo partnership, we've locked something in for a year, also with Scouts, and it's something that we want to make accessible in the long run. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And with our practical support, our most recent interview, we do online interviews and we also do in-person catch-ups. And in saying that, I'd like to also acknowledge Debbie. We have run two meetings so far in person at Otahu Intermediate, and they've been so amazing and successful. So yes, thank you to Debbie as well from the RTLB cluster. But yeah, part of our online meetings as well is because there's a lot of parents that are needing support that may not be able to get into our physical meetings. And our last meeting was with TK. Who, I don't know if you guys remember TK from Shortland Street, but he also just finished filming Chief of War with Jason Momoa. I think that's Brian's uncle, Jason Momoa. So just kidding. But yeah, TK just finished filming and he also has a kid on the spectrum. So what I love to do is get people like TK, and there's so many other names that I can name that are, doing amazing things in the community. And it's just a chance for our parents to ask, how did you do it? Or what was the secret? Or how did you cope in certain situations? So yes, that is our ASD dads. Just another thing I just wanted to touch on is we launched Awesome Kids last year, which is a clothing brand that is designed to basically add a layer of protection for our kids. A backstory behind it is my son is non-speaking, so he was actually found by the police. My mother-in-law had him, and he's also a runner. So those are like two sort of dangerous combinations when you have a runner and a kid that cannot speak, and he was basically found by the police. The police weren't sure what to do because they didn't know where to return him to. So if you do have your phone, you can scan the QR code, and it's just an example. But we created Awesome Reconnect, which helps any kids that may be lost. When you scan it's just the example code, but it brings up the details of our parents. No sort of privacy details around the kid. You don't even have to use the kid's first name, but it's just an extra layer of protection. So when our kids do go missing and they have the QR code either on their clothing, and we also send a digital copy of that code to the parent so that they don't have to use it on our clothing. Some parents like to put it on stickers, on lunch boxes, on just anything they can. That's why we created the QR code. And also just with the clothing, we have a lot of parents and supporters that are massive advocates when it comes to autism. So I haven't worn this clothing or this brand, I'm wearing it right now too, where I haven't had like an amazing conversation with someone who is connected in this space. And I launched it last year in August. It went really crazy. Currently 14 countries are wanting the brand. And I'll just be honest, I've never ran a clothing company in my life. I don't even have experience in that side until I started Awesome Kids. And I had no idea that it was going to blow up as much because it's quite a simple idea, but it really helps a lot of families out there, and that's our biggest thing. And here's just a quick video of the QR code. How am I doing for time, Brian? Was it?
You're good, mate. It's only 20 minutes.
Oh, are you guys still awake? Do we need to do 2020?
Can you see all the hats? Everybody loves it. You're all good. You're
Oh, awesome. Thank you guys. And this is just a video. So the QR code Awesome Reconnect is what I launched earlier this year. So the thumbnail is my son on Mahi Road in Manireo. So he's yeah, was pretty crazy. And the reason why I spelled awesome that way is because I wanted it to also be similar to autism. Just in case, because some people say that's not how you spell awesome. I'm like, I know, I know. So here's a video of how we launched Awesome Reconnect, which has had almost 1 million views all up.
As a dad of an autistic runner, this is the moment that I fear most. That he's either going to get hurt or misunderstood by the wrong people. The reality is this could happen to any autistic person who cannot speak, including my son. But it doesn't have to end this way. Thanks to Awesome Reconnect, the world will know who he is and how to help. One scan of the shirt gives instant access to the support he needs, emergency contacts, and how to keep him safe and calm. All in one, because our kids deserve to be protected, not punished for being different. The good thing about this is you can also write a custom message to let whoever knows scan the QR code, how to keep your child safe. I've made this for my son because I've seen too many kids just like him get hurt, misunderstood, and even abused, just for being different. I didn't just make this for my son though, I made this for every child like him. We can't be everywhere at once as parents, but Awesome Reconnect can. And my hope one day is that this will save many children, just like my son.
Oh, that makes me a little bit emotional whenever I watch that. So I've got to skip to the next slide. But yeah, that's a little bit about Awesome Kids. And we're currently doing a fundraiser to pay for some kids that may not be able to afford it. So yeah, keep an eye on that. What's next for us is we are actually moving to, and we've probably spent like the last 6 months working on this. Being a charity, I thought it was going to take a lot quicker, but I've learned, like, sometimes we've got to take one step back to take 2 steps forward. So we're actually working on releasing our new umbrella organization. So we will be known as AKC, which is Autism Kids Collective. The main reason behind that is because we do so much. Like there's our activations, our community events, our workshops. Our ASD moms are a lot larger than our ASD dads. And with ASD dads, a lot of people sort of think, oh, they're just dads. I'll sort of stop there and I won't sort of go further into what ASD dads do. But in reality, we actually cover a lot of different points. So we will be moving forward as AKC, Autism Kids Collective, and then basically, we'll have our ASD dads, our mums, our events, Run for Autism, will sort of all fall under that umbrella, including Awesome Kids. And yes, oh my gosh, I forgot to take that out. So just ways that you can support is, we are a charity, so we do accept donations, and this is probably the first time I'm starting to really mention it this year, because as we grow, and especially over the last sort of 3 months, I've had to realize that we've gone from this garage group in Manirewa to now, reaching international audiences and nationally. So I've had to like really take a step back and get our foundation a lot stronger. So yeah, it's been really cool in that sense. And our last thing as well is in April, we will be doing like a day where we're encouraging like a lot of our workplaces and schools to get behind a t-shirt day. So that's something that we're still working on as well. Because of the whole change of AKC, like we've had to put a lot of stuff on hold, but now that all of it is done, like it's really like a lot of stuff's going to be moving quite quickly. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for listening to the presentation, and also thank you, Brian, for the opportunity to come in and share a little bit about what we do. If you would like to connect, my email is there. And I'm always keen to connect with like-minded people, communities. And yeah, whenever I get the chance to share about autism and our journey, and I know everyone else's journeys are different, I'm all for it, especially when it involves my son. But I guess ending this presentation, I'd really like to just acknowledge and thank you guys. And again, taking my hat off as the founder of this charity and the work that I do, just as a parent, speaking as a parent of an autistic child. Massive thank you, and I really appreciate the work that you guys are doing in the community. And I know not just myself, there's so many other parents out there that truly appreciate it, because any type of support that we get and can get is massive to us. So yeah, massive thank you. And also thank you, Brian, for having me on today.
Thanks to you, Jordan Lee. That's fantastic. If you just stop sharing, and then we'll ask you a couple of questions. Thanks for presenting. It's yeah, from your little garage group to something international. It's amazing how these things happen. And yeah, I think I recognize we're on Mahia Road, that is, because I'm a Manudua boy as well.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Shop.
so if anyone has any questions, you can chuck it in the chat. If you want to ask Jordan Lee directly, I'm just chuck your hand up and I'm sure Lita can find you. But just for you, Jordan Lee, just a couple of questions we thought about. What are some of the things that you want educators to understand about children with autism?
Oh, that's a good question. That's really good. I like my personal approach is I think I'm more just grateful. Like I think what you guys are doing, what I've seen as well, especially working with Debbie, is
Mhm.
you guys are doing such an amazing job. And yeah, I think probably the biggest thing is I won't lean towards like anything technical, but it's just the human basics of like empathy. And I know it can, yeah, it's a massive job and stuff, and
Mm.
can get quite draining. But I think just from me, I won't go too technical. It's more just a reminder as just the empathy around it, because a lot of our parents now are on the extreme end, committing suicide. And I've spoken to a lot of different organizations that have asked me to like sort of be a special guest speaker on that side. But
Yeah,
yeah, I know just for a lot of parents, it's a massive challenge. So yeah, empathy is probably the biggest thing. But
yeah.
from what I've seen, you guys are doing such an amazing job. So I'm just really grateful. Yeah.
For us, we might see the child, 5 or 6 hours a day, but for you guys, it's 24/7. You're with the child
Yeah.
overnight and when they're happy and when they're sad. And sometimes autistic children at school, they can manage the school day, but then when they get home, they just explode because they're trying to keep it all together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you've got the hard job. Um, just a quick question is Catherine's asked if they could have the links for t-shirts and donations and stuff. So
Yes.
if you do you want to send us a PDF of your presentation or do you want to
Yes. I can quickly put it in the chat as
yeah,
well.
if you
Uh,
want to, you can
but
do
yeah,
that.
I've just put it in the chat. But yeah, I can send it through as well. I can send a copy of the presentation.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. And so the next question is just what about parents? What is some advice that you would give other parents who have autistic children? That's tragic to hear that some parents are considering suicide. It must be devastating for them. But what's some support that you think that parents should seek out if they have a diagnosis of autism for their children?
I think find the biggest thing is find your community. Like we're not the only community out here, but find what suits you. I think also the first thing is you're not alone and you're not crazy. The emotions that you feel and what you go through, you're not crazy. Like I speak to a lot of parents and they're sort of like, oh, I don't want to feel this way or that way. But the reality is it's very difficult. So, and I'm not speaking for everyone. I know the spectrum is
Hmm.
so big, but and sort of those extreme cases, you're not crazy, you're not alone. But I would say find your community. There's so many amazing communities out there. You have Autism Dads, you have Passage, you have Autism New Zealand. So
Hmm.
even with what we're doing, so really just find your community. And I really push that like these community groups are not gangs as well. Like you don't have to, because some people come to our events and say, "Oh, am I allowed to come because I'm here?" I'm like, honestly, we're always open. You don't have to stay in our group. You can move around. This is not like a membership thing where we expect to see you there and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really find your community and or more communities, and just know that you're not alone in this space. That's the main advice I give to parents.
And the other thing about your space is it's open to everyone, right? It's not just a
Yeah.
Pacific only thing.
No, yeah, it's open to everyone. Like in our events, sometimes we can have like our run for autism was around
Mm.
like 3,000 people in Auckland.
Wow.
What I love about our events is I'll naturally attract our Pacific and Māori people because of how I physically look, but
Yes.
we also have just so many different walks of life. So yeah, we're not just focused on our Māori and Pacific. Autism knows no race or religion or human.
Yep.
It's everywhere. So yeah, it's just wherever fits with the parent really.
Okay. And so the one thing that we can help you today is donations and support and anything else that we can do.
Yeah, if you could just pass on like the work that we do. Like with AKC, we haven't even announced it on our social, so no one really knows. You guys are the first to know, exclusive.
Oh, honored.
But yeah, we haven't really announced that. But I think the best support, honestly, that could help us is just sharing what we do. Um, the content and the videos go further than like nothing against donations. Like donations massive, but in terms of like the parent support, when they see our videos, when they see the work we're doing, they can instantly connect and know like they automatically know like, okay, I'm not alone, and then they basically just go through all our content and start connecting. They normally connect with Janine as well through ASD Mums, and also Janine is our admin for ASD Dads and ASD Mums. So we really just try and help where we can, and it was sort of going back to the beginning. I was trying to save the world when we first started, whereas and now it's just those two main things, which is our parent support and kids activations. Yeah.
Jordan Lee, you're awesome. From something that started so small to something that's international, you're doing the Lord's work, and we appreciate you just like you appreciate teachers. And yeah, wish you all the best. Catherine, I see your hand. Do you want to go first? Let's chuck Catherine up there.
Sure. So Jordan, one of the suggestions, I was talking to your wonderful colleague Janine and all the work she does behind the scenes. I'm just thinking in regards to a suggestion, and I don't know if you've already done it or not. So this is offering a buy one, give one on your website for
Yes.
your t-shirts. And if not, buy one, give one, or donate a family pack where mum and dad get the sweatshirts and the child gets the sweatshirt or the t-shirt. And you could donate a family pack.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, that's amazing. We've been in talks about it for a bit, but I need to get that sort of, especially coming up to Christmas. So thank you for the reminder. But the family pack I never thought about. That's such an amazing idea because our biggest sort of people buying the clothing is our families. Like it's our moms, our dads, it's the siblings. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get
And
that.
yeah, and inside that, I'm clear that if I was to go on and buy myself a sweatshirt, I would want to donate one to somebody.
Yeah, that I love that. Like the whole buy one gift one. It sort of reminds me of the I don't know if they still do it, the lunch packs. You remember back?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You buy
Buy-
lunch for yourself and you donate a lunch. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a great idea.
that's a great idea. Like,
Thanks, Catherine. We'll put you down for the first buy one, get one for someone else. We'll send you an invoice.
Yeah, do that.
Great
Thanks.
idea. Thank you very
great,
much.
thank
Yeah,
you.
I've got some people in mind to
Oh,
purchase
that's a
for.
beautiful
So
idea. Thanks, Jordan Lee.
thank you.
Jordan Lee, you send that to us when it's all ready, and then we'll send it out to everybody who's registered here. Anyone going?
Sorry, Brian, yes, me.
Go.
In our group, Jordan,
Susan.
we just thought you were really amazing. And in a space, is it two or 3 years, you've done so much. And I just had a question as well from our group. Do you have other online spaces across the motu? Is it just in South Auckland, or do you have online support groups that RTLB could recommend?
Yes, we have. I think our main two groups are like our private groups. So I wish Janine could be in our ASD Dads group because the way she runs our ASD Mums private group. That's the one with like 1,600 mums.
Mm.
It's just so much like cool stuff happening. I need to find me the dad version of Janine. But that would probably be the first two main ones is our private group. So we have ASD Dads private and then ASD Mums private, which is just like our parents. The second one is we will be hosting, we've sort of finished for the year because of the whole change to AKC, but our online meetings are going to be happening eight times next year with four in-person events. We're also going to launch AKC in Christchurch, and then sort of slowly start extending our reach now that all sort of the formal stuff is done. We have a new chairman as well, so all of that stuff's done. But yeah, those are sort of our main ones as our online meetings, and we have like parents from like Australia that tune in as well. So yeah, that's probably the two best ways.
And it was just we go online on Facebook to register or join up to the private
Yeah. Yeah,
group.
Facebook and Instagram for the private group Facebook. But if they can follow our page because we have so much big changes happening and we're gonna like sort of do a whole new like membership and there's gonna be no cost to the membership, but it just means like we can get that information out to them a lot quicker. Emails, text messages. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank
So,
you.
thank you.
Fantastic. All right. Thanks, Suze. Oh, Shelley. You have
Kia
a
ora,
question.
Jordan. I'm absolutely blown away by your mahi. I'm so inspired by it. As a parent of a neurospicy young person, I really applaud your mahi and it's so uplifting because some of this stuff can be pretty heavy and it's so encouraging to have that positive space. I also think it's incredible to have a space for dads. I think that's really an important space to have, have that men's only space. And I just wish you all the best. I'll be following you and your mahi. I think it's incredible. Kia ora.
Thank you so much, Shirley.
Oh, lovely.
It is on. It's
There you are.
Trisha. There's a group of us here. Morena.
Oh, you're having a party
Yeah.
at Mayfield School, eh? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Morena, we have a few families that have children on the autistic spectrum. And we were just like, how do you feel like when we go through the assessment process of the students doing the same assessment as all other students, depending on where they are?
Is that like as in like a test?
Yes. So when, the school assessments, when they come in, they're in a mainstream setting and we just put all the students onto the same assessment.
Mhm.
But sometimes it may not be the appropriate assessment for them, depending on where they're at. So I'm not sure if your son has started school. I think that was just something I was just wondering about.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, my son is in a satellite school. I do understand because yeah, sort of telling the team I was a board member at a mainstream school for about 4 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think there needs to be a little bit of leeway. But I'm not too sure exactly how it works in the system when it comes to the whole tests and stuff. But yeah, I just think like it'll be quite challenging for some of our kids because of the way like they operate and not only that, like the sort of after effect as well, like some parents can sort of might get offended or sort of not really know why they were put in that environment. But
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something that needs to be looked at when it comes to those sort of tests, and especially in mainstream for autistic kids.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would highly recommend Incredible Years Autism for Teachers if you can get onto that. They talk a lot about the one-up principle where you take the child where they are at and then you just the next small step for them.
Papatai lava for sharing your beautiful family experiences and insights with us today, Jordan. Your talk was incredibly emotional and inspiring to listen to. You're doing such an amazing job as a parent in the community, creating a safe space for our ASD whānau and children. And your partnerships with Awesome Kids Mahi. I actually see your merch around quite a bit, which I love. We're so excited about Autism Kids Collective, and we look forward to working alongside you next year. Ngā mihi nui.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deborah.